Hello. So I've just been out for Section 17 leave, which is where you're allowed out of the hospital ward for a cigarette, and I was about 5 to 10 minutes and then I came back in. Yesterday I went out on Section 17 leave. There's a form, a piece of A4 paper they have to fill out, and there's a section that says name of person completing the search. Last night the name of the person who was completing the search, sort of patting me down and putting their hands in my pocket, not groping me or kind of, anything dodgy, just completing a sort of hands-on search, refused to put their name down. And I said, could you please just put where it says, put the full name, and they sort of hand wrote their first name, which is a very unusual name, and it wasn't legible. And so I said, can you complete this in full? And he started to get really aggressive with me and said, no, I haven't got time, I've got more important things to do. It's this Nigerian fella. And I kind of said, look mate, you're wearing a photo ID badge, can you just write what it says on the photo ID badge on the paper form so that I've got a record of who you are? And he got really shirty with me. And I tried to I've got a photo ID badge myself, which I just wear out of artistic mockery for their kind of illegitimate practices at the hospital, but I tried to sort of grab the ID badge and he flinched at me and almost went to was like, what are you doing? And then just covered up his ID like this for the rest of the exchange. And I said, look mate, I'm not asking you to, do anything unreasonable. This is what your job entails. You've signed a contract, you're working here as an employee. It says write your name, the name of the person conducting the search. You just refused. We had this ridiculous exchange. I took it to the nurse in charge and they just basically told me to piss off nicely. I got a complaint letter given to me today, halfway through a video I was making earlier on today, stated the 2nd of May. It said, thank you for taking the time to raise your concerns with the Hayward ward manager on the 28th of April. You told us your concerns about staff not completing the search form properly. So other staff have been doing the same thing, refusing to write their name legibly on the search form because for some reason they want to remain anonymous. It says, we've taken action to address the concerns you've raised by, we have spoken to the staff member who has agreed to write his name in block capitals and to complete the search forms in full in your presence. I just got searched by the same guy as yesterday, who's still not wearing his photo ID and just did exactly the same thing, just hand wrote his unusual first name on the form. I said, mate, can you put, on this letter it says, we will instruct the staff to write their full name in block capitals from now on. And I showed him this letter from the manager of the hospital and he just completely disregarded it. Just said, look, do you want to sign or not? I'm just going to put you down as a refusal if you don't just allow me to malfease and remain anonymous. He wasn't wearing his photo ID this time, so I couldn't ask him about that. Caught quite a nice glance in the corridor of the CQC rating. So they've got their last rating down here as 14th of May 2019. They've recently refurbished the foyer in this Cygnet Hospital Kewstoke, and it says safe good, effective good, caring good, responsive good, well led good. But if you look at the actual CQC regulations, if you ask what's the most recent rating of Cygnet Hospital Kewstoke following examination by the Care Quality Commission, it says the most recent overall rating for Cygnet Hospital Kewstoke following an examination by the Care Quality Commission is good. This rating is based on the latest information available from the CQC website. The overall rating was achieved after focused inspections. Here's a breakdown of the ratings in different categories from the latest focused inspections. So on safe, it says requires improvement. And the acute ward, which is the one that I'm on, was assessed on the 21st of November 2022, not 2019. So they were assessed in 2019. The forensic inpatient or secure wards was assessed in 2019, and the long stay rehab wards were assessed in 2019, but the acute wards were assessed in 2022. And yeah, so the safe category required improvement. At the time of the focused inspection, the overall rating for the hospital is good. I don't know if that's misleading or not really. It doesn't say that it required improvement in 2022, it just says that on the 19th of May, the 14th of May 2019, everything was good. But yeah, the staff just don't want to be identified, and just had this ridiculous exchange with a guy who just kind of completely disrespected, disregarded everything I had to say, got like aggressive and short with me, and just made me feel like the whole place is totally corrupt and they've all got something to hide, and they don't want to let me know their full name and put their full name in writing for some reason. I don't know why you would not, if you're wearing a photo ID badge, why you wouldn't want to put your name on the document with the corresponding information that you're instructed to wear as part of your contracted employment. But anyway, yeah, no one really gives a fuck about any of that shit, but it does appear that there's a bit of a pattern of staff wanting to remain anonymous when completing the search forms, and I don't know why that is. Maybe somebody will find out why one day.